Challengers, what is up? What's happening? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to day 3, right? Day 3. Awesome. What's going on? How are you? Yes, yes, yes. I see Todd Hughes in the house. Debbie, what's happening? Sheila, good morning. Cherie, what's going on? Making it happen. Alta, many of you I'm seeing for the second time. Love it. Matt Aaron, what's happening? All right. And Mary in the house. All right. So, welcome to day 3. Let's do this. I am going to announce the first contest numero uno, and we are excited. We got our video reviewers already. They're pumped and primed. They've been watching Braveheart for the last 24 hours. They're ready to do this, ready to conquer, ready to evaluate and make it happen. What's up, Kelly? What's up, Billy? Sharon? All right. So, boom. Update the tracker. So if you did yesterday's action step, then update the tracker this morning. HiddenGroup.com/14-day tracker. There you go. And so that's the timeline, right? You do the action step. The next morning or the next whenever you can, the next day, you update the tracker from there. All right? All right, Heather. Nice. And we're going to cover a few things. There's a few things that I need to cover. And again, so there's 2 things that you'll always notice about the 14-day challenge is every time we run one of these, we learn ways to make things simpler. And number 2, I always pay close attention to what's being asked in here. Now, that doesn't mean I answer all questions, because I don't. I purposely don't. But I pay attention to what's being asked, how people are showing up, what people are saying, and so there never will be a 14-day challenge exactly the same. For example, just looking at the topics of last 14-day challenge, very different than this 14-day, because we actually, I don't have to go into the details, but there's actually a piece that we made much simpler. And so by making things simpler, there are things I don't need to explain that I had to in the last one because I didn't quite have it smoothed out, right? Long story. But anyway, all right. Yeah, Aaron, you can update the tracker. You can go backwards, I believe, can't you? I think so. And so if you didn't update the tracker, just update it now, or update it after this. And I believe you can. If you can't, let me know, but you should be able to. Okay, few questions that I'm going to cover, but first let's talk about the quote that I have as the title. So there's one of the most famous advertisers of all time is a guy named David Ogilvy, and David Ogilvy is he's someone it would be pretty difficult for I think most normal people to translate his stuff into how to build network marketing, but he's very, very smart advertiser, very smart at copywriting, sales copy, that sort of stuff. And he said one of the points in his book, Ogilvy on Advertising, is he says a lot of people stop doing what works because they think they need something fresh and that everyone has seen it. Now pay attention to this. It's a little bit, it's not the exact context that you're in, but I'm going to show you how it applies, all right? And so, again, Ogilvy says, you're not marketing to a standing army, you're marketing to a moving parade, okay? So Marla, if the tracker is broken, definitely just let's just move to the mountains and let's get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding. They will fix it. They'll fix it, all right? It'll be fixed shortly, and we'll help you out. And so, again, Ogilvy says, you're not marketing to a standing army that's just there, alert, at attention, paying attention to every video you ever do, and is consuming every piece of content you ever have. You're marketing, he technically says advertising, you're marketing to a moving parade, right? They're like, oh yeah, oh Sharon's doing a video, oh okay, cool. I wonder what she's up to nowadays. You're not marketing to a standing army that pays attention to every single thing that you do, that knows everything that goes on in your life. Then they know that what you had in your breakfast burrito yesterday, and they know what company you're in, and they know what product you represent, all this stuff. And so there's 2 points to this quote. Point number 1, not everyone that you think knows what company you're in knows what you do, okay? You think they do. You think, oh man, Ray's telling me not to talk about my company or product, but I've talked about it every day for the last 6 years. Everyone on planet Earth knows what company I'm in. No, they don't. You know why? Because they have other shit to worry about. They got kids tipping over juice boxes. They got dogs biting people. They got blown out tire. They got a crappy boss. They got problems with their daughter-in-law. Right? They got other problems, man, than to keep a tabulation on what company Rena and Patricia are in. Okay. they got other things, man. It's a moving parade, except half the parade is on fire. Half the parade thinks the other parade is talking about them, right? And so not everyone. So point number 1 is not everybody knows, despite what you believe. And I know that some of you would swear on a stack of Bibles. Well, everybody in my friends list knows exactly what company I'm in and what product and blah, blah, blah. Even if that was true, which it's not, but even if it was, it still makes sense for you to follow proper marketing, right? There's never a good time to do bad marketing. Never, okay? And so constantly following smart marketing, all right? And so that's point number 1. Point number two is a lot of companies and a lot of people, they get something that works, and then they're like, okay, this is working. You know what? We've been doing this for a long time. We should do something else. Mistake. Mistake. You should do something until it no longer works. And so there are people that have had great ideas over the years, and they implement these ideas. They work like crazy, and then some creative person says, we should do something else. And they say, yeah, you're right. We've been doing this a long time. Still working, but yeah, we should do something. So they do something else. It doesn't work as well, and they forgot what was working. They forgot what was working, okay? And so those are the 2 points of that quote. You're not marketing to a standing army that's at attention, paying attention to every single thing you ever do. You're talking to a moving parade. And so you doing a Facebook Live, even if you did a Facebook Live every day at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, because that's your golden hour or whatever, right? You're still going to be talking to different people because of the algorithm, because, hey, I'm just curious, does everyone have 2:30 p.m. Eastern open every single day of the week? Or do you have things going on too? Yeah. And so you think that everyone knows everything that you're doing. It's not the case. It's not the case. And so remember that, because some of you, when we continue to dig deeper and continue to teach you marketing, this entire thing, okay, this entire 14-day challenge, I'm going to highly suggest that you do not mention your company name, you do not mention your product, and some of your defense mechanisms will say, well, everyone already knows, so why bother? There's never a good time to do bad marketing, so it doesn't make sense. We talked about the buy cycle yesterday, right? The buy cycle of people don't want what it is, they want what it does. And we talked about the funnel, right? Remember the tiny thong versus the, grandma panties, I guess, right? And so I guess I need to make that different, right? Not this. But, if you want more and more people to reach out to you, then you need to be talking about information and offering tips and advice and solutions to problems, not buy my thing, not join my team, not here's the name of the product so that you can go do all your independent research. And so remember that, but also remember there is value in you not talking about your company or product, because there are people connected to you that don't know. They haven't tabulated and I wonder what company they're in now, right? There are people that it's a moving parade, man. They got other things going on in their life. They're not paying attention to whatever you are doing, despite what you think, okay? And so I hope that helps. I realize that we're going to encounter a little bit of resistance on not mentioning company name, not mentioning product name, and I want to point out very clearly here, Why am I telling you not to mention company or product? Okay. Is it A, because I don't think you should build those companies or whatever? Or is it B, I want you to build the hell out of those companies. I want you to have so many leads that anyone that's rude to you, mean to you, doesn't follow up with you, just water off the back, right? It's just not a big deal. And so I want you to build the hell out of your company. I want you to become top earners. I want you to be up on stage and give a shout out. We're in the 14-day challenge. Hey, 14-day challenge, baby, right? I want you to crush it in your company. I want you to beat all the other people that are not in the 14-day challenge. I want you to smash it to smithereens. I want you to build the hell out of the company. But the way that you do that is understanding, or one way I should say, I think the most effective way is by getting more and more people to reach out to you. And the way that you do that is not marketing the company name, not marketing the product name, giving them enough information to do their own independent research. So I hope that helps. I hope you understand my intentions here. It's not to, brand you and then, you don't need that company because I'm all branded up. No, it's to attract people to you so you can get them into the opportunity, the product, the service that you represent and you're very proud of. And you just crush it, you just smash it to smithereens. It was pretty neat when my wife and I spoke at Eric Worre's GoPro event, and you never know, right? You don't know who all is doing whatever with what. And I said, yeah, a couple weeks ago we ran the 14-day challenge, and a whole bunch of people in the crowd were like, woo! And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And I had a lot of top leaders come up to me and say, dude, thank you so much for 14-day challenge. It was amazing. It was awesome. And so it's just super cool. All right. Now you may have upline that come to you and say, hey, you need to be talking about the company. You need to be talking about the product. Rock, paper, scissors, right? You need to be doing that. Here's my advice. Don't try to explain marketing to them. You do not need them to understand marketing for you to understand marketing. Do not try to convince them, because if you try to convince them, here's what's going to happen. They're going to look at your results. They're going to look at you. They're going to look at your results, look at you, and they're going to say, okay, it's a good theory, bro. It's a good theory, but what are your results? Instead of trying to convince others about proper marketing, like what you're learning inside of here, don't try to convince them with your words. Go prove it. Go make it happen. Go crush it. And then when they interview you, then you can say, yeah, I just started changing my marketing. Go crush it. And the upline, they may not say it exactly like this, but most uplines, their ears are associated with your pin. Big pin, big ears. Tiny pin, not so big ears. No pin, 0 ears. Right or wrong, whether you like it or not, doesn't matter. I'm telling you, stop trying to convince them of, hey, we should do our marketing differently. Go prove the concept. Go crush it. Go make a couple $100,000 more. Go make $1 million more. Go, exactly. Show me the comma, right? Show me those commas. That's how you get people's attention. And we've had clients that came in to our Top Earner Club, actually. I just realized I'm wearing the shirt. We've had clients come into Top Earner Club. We start teaching them proper marketing, and they've had major conflict with some of their uplines. We've had people come in, and their uplines cut them off. Stop mentioning them. Until we had one client that they did that. She hit 1 million in volume, and they're like, yeah, come on back. You can come back in now. And so go prove it. Stop trying to convince and go prove, right? Because until you get the results, what you know really doesn't matter that much, okay? Go make it happen, all right? So I hope that helps you out. And I say it with all love. And I know we got a lot of uplines in here too. I'm saying it with love to y'all too. I'm saying it to love. Keep in mind, I'm not anti-upline, right? That would be very weird. I'm telling your people to go make you lots and lots of money, all right? They may not do it exactly the way that you want, but we're asking them to go make you bunches of money. So hopefully you're okay with that, right? So you got ego, you got check. One of them's going to be correct, right? So go for the check. All right, so let's continue on. Let's see. Duplication, we probably won't bear with me on this duplication thing, all right? By the way, if you want our intense training on branding and duplication, we do have a branding and duplication playbook, which I mean, it's hours of content. We can't go into it to that degree, but in the challenge, we will cover duplication and talk about that kind of stuff. I will show you how everything that I'm teaching you is duplicatable, but bear with me, we really don't have time to cover that today, but I will, I promise you. But if you want, we do have a course called the Branding and Duplication Playbook. If you're wondering how do I brand myself without hurting my duplication, we did a full-blown training on that. It's very intense, and you can ask us about it if you want. All right, so let's talk about this topic. Let's skip that one. So some of you asked, what's a lead? What's a lead? And so I'm going to tell you what I consider a lead, but I'm also going to make the distinction between, remember this one, right? Big hat, no hat, right? So I'm going to make the distinction. Should we draw a little hat? Like let's instead of no hat, let's go widow hat, right? Got a widow hat on. So we'll go big hat, little hat, right? Just a little, it turned to the side, right? Kind of got it going on there. All right, so big hat, little hat, right? So big hat being the influencer, the person that has lots of followers, maybe has a large organization, maybe there are lots of people, doing that. Okay, little hat doesn't have a following. They post grapey to grape is amazing and mom likes it. That's it, right? They don't get a lot of comments. They don't get a lot of engagement. They don't have a huge following or influence or a huge team or anything like that. Okay, big hat, little hat. So when I teach you how to generate, as we've been teaching you, but as we teach you how to generate more and more leads, then the big hat runs into a problem, actually. Two problems. Number one, how the hell do I manage all these leads? Number two, a lot of these leads are my own teammates. Okay? So that's a real problem. That's a real problem. And so I want to talk about this, okay? So first of all, many of you have been asking, how do I deliver the notes? And you're you're like tangled up in knots of how do I what do I do? Right? You've tangled yourself up in a knot somehow of how do you deliver your notes? And so let me give you a couple suggestions, okay? So first of all, big hat. You either have a large influence or you have a large organization, and when you post things or do a live, you get lots and lots of people on there, and maybe possibly lots and lots of teammates, okay? Fair. So when they reach out to you for your notes, you may recognize, teammate, let me help you out with that. So when you, big hats, when you do a CTA delay, right? A CTA delay, just to review, is when someone reaches out to you and you say, hey, more than happy to get your notes, I'm in front of my computer. Hey, I'm just curious, are you in a home business, or do you have a plan to lose weight? Or are you looking for a way to save money on travel? Blah, 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 right? Whatever, okay? And so as a big hat influencer, you will recognize some of your teammates coming to you for the notes. And it's like, you don't get it, man. I'm trying to generate prospects here. I'm trying to sign up people, man. And so if you recognize that they're a teammate, don't do the CTA delay. Just send them the notes. It's not a big deal. And then some of you are all tangled up in knots of how do I deliver the notes? Do I hammer them upon a stone and ship them in the mail? Do I call each person and say, okay, today my notes are... Y'all crack me up, man. You crack me up. And so there's a lot of ways that you could do it. Lots of ways. And so number one, what if, just throwing it out there, just get a little crazy, right? What if let me get my notebook here. Okay. This is a mastermind I was a part of a few years ago. But what if you went and got your notes and you shot a video? Day number 1, 14-day challenge. And you recorded it as a video and you uploaded it to YouTube. And you sent anyone that asked for the notes the link to that YouTube. Might you generate some additional traffic? Might that be a leveraged way? Might be. Might be. Could you, if you so chose to, could you add everyone that asked for notes into a separate group and you just post your notes in there every single day? Yeah, right? So the delivery of notes should be easy for you. For you. I'm not worried about it being, like what if they say, well, I'd really prefer if you called me and read your notes to me. That'd be super cool. Well, I'm sure it would be, right? But I'm going to do it how it's convenient for me. And I want you to plan on what if you have 11,000 people that ask you for the notes? Seriously, what if you have 11,000 people ask you for the notes? Well, you could have successfully built an amazing group. You could have successfully built an amazing YouTube channel. Learn to leverage your time better. And this, I'm going to touch on it just briefly because we don't got time to go all into it, okay? But just briefly, I'm going to touch on leadership, okay? I'm going to touch on leadership. And so one of the worst things that you can do as a leader, y'all are going to cringe at this. You're going to cringe because so many do it. One of the worst things you can do as a leader is have really long phone training conversations with your reps. What? What are you talking about? What? What do you mean? I'm going to say it again. One of the worst things as a network, like let's get out of our marketing head. I know we're all in marketing land right now. Let's get out of our marketing head. One of the worst things that you can do as a leader in network marketing is you hop on the phone, answer a whole bunch of training questions on the phone to your rep. Ray, what do you mean, man? Well, that's just showing that you care, right? Not really, okay? So caring to me means that you are showing them a duplicatable way to change their life. Means you're showing them a way to be duplicatable, to grow your business like crazy. And so let me give you scenario A. So scenario A, what some leaders do is ring, ring. Oh, hey, Tabitha, how are you? Hey, upline leader, I was thinking about reaching out to coworkers. Oh, that's a fantastic idea. Well, how do I do that? Oh, I'm so glad you called today. And so, yeah, so what you want to do is you want to and then and then yada, yada, yee. Okay, 45 minutes later, oh my God, upline, you're genius, you're the best, you're a master, you're amazing, you're incredible. Thanks, hon. I'm just being me. Just being me. Bye-bye for now. Hang up. That sounds like a fantastic interaction. What are you talking about, man? Here's the problem. 1, they will remember less than 10% of that entire phone conversation. 2, it's not rewindable. They can't replay it. They can't point new people to that recording because it wasn't recorded. 3, you're now the master, right? How many of y'all think you can be a master? Not many. You see, some people will actually sabotage themselves because they see you as the glorious Lord. Oh, the Lord of the pyramid. There they are. Let's all worship. They are the best. They are the best at answering questions. Let's all herald the Lord of the pyramid. Okay? And so that's not a good thing. So here's scenario B. Scenario B. Oh, great upline leader. Because that's what you should tell them to call you, right? Oh, great upline leader. Yes, how may I help thee? Right? How may I help thee? Well, I'm thinking about reaching out to coworkers. What should I do? What a fantastic question. Are you aware that we have a training archive? And, let me point you. We got this video. Hold on, let me switch hands here. We got this video that tells you how to reach out to coworkers. And you know what's cool about it is you can watch it, you can rewatch it, you can replay it. And what's even better is if you ever bring people into your organization and they ask you the same question, you point them to that same resource. Okay? Oh my God, thank you, upline leader. No problem, it's just what I do. So instead of 45-minute conversation, 4-minute conversation. Instead of non-duplicatable, very duplicatable. How many people can watch this video? 150,000, million, 10 million, okay? And so this, duplicatable, on the phone, not duplicatable. And so this is why the reason I bring that up is some of you are thinking of these arcane, crazy ways because you're overthinking, perfectionist. Like you want to, like, Ray, I'm thinking about learning how to write with a quill so that I can send them my notes in a very pretty fashion. No, don't do this. How is it easy for you? Is it shoot a video, upload to YouTube? Is it create a group, add them to the group, drop them in the group? Okay? What's easy for you? Stop focusing on the, I think I'm going to save it to a file, put it on a USB drive, and I'm going to mail it to each and every individual. It'll cost me about $19 a person, but I think it'll be worth it because they'll really appreciate the extra effort. No, they won't. No, they will not. They will not appreciate the extra effort. You'll be working like a dog, not making any money. How you doing, man? I'm working like crazy. On what? Delivering these free notes, man. This is a full-time job. I'm thinking about employing my sister to come in and deliver these USB tracks or these rocks that I'm hammering out that have my notes on them every single day. Stop it. How is it easy for you? That's how you should be thinking. If it's an audio, guess what? Could you record and put them in a chat roll, right? Right? Just record, shoot it off to them. Could you type it out? Look at this. Could you have notes? You take a picture of it, send it to them, send it to the group, tag them in a group, whatever. How is it easy for you? Okay? But I do want to cover this. Now, a lead, what I call a lead is someone reaching out to you. I do not call a lead a like. I don't call a lead a share. I don't call a lead a haha. I don't call a lead a comment that says send me something, okay, I'll call that a lead. That's fine. It's not exactly what I would prefer, but I'll call that. A lead is someone raising their hand and saying, I would like more information. Please connect with me. That's a lead. Not a like, not a haha, not a comment. Cool shoes, bro. Lead, not a lead. Someone asking for more information in whatever way that they do it. Now, I prefer a private message because that's more intimate. Someone has to, click a button and then they don't just comment, awesome, I want it, right? So I'd rather have them private message and make it happen. So that's what I call a lead. Now, big hat, little hat. Big hat. You follow the principles in this challenge, you are going to get thousands of leads. Fact. Some will be teammates. Also fact, right? And that's okay. Congratulations on your influence. That's great. Don't hate the player, right? So congrats on your influence. You're going to get some teammates. And guess what? You will even have some teammates re-engage. Is that worth it? Is that worth doing something to get people re-engaged in your organization? I think so. So don't be mad. If you're getting teammates, just don't hit them with the CTA delay. Just say, see you're in my organization. Awesome. Here's the notes. See, they don't need to know. Wait a minute. Wasn't there supposed to be a CTA delay? They don't know that, right? They don't know that. If you know they're in your organization, don't do the CTA delay. If you ask them and you say, hey, I'm just curious, are you in a home-based business? They say, yeah, I'm in yours. Say, oh my God, I didn't recognize you, girl. You changed your hair or something? Awesome. Love you. Here's the notes. You don't, obviously, right? Oh, it should be obvious, okay? Now, little hats. Y'all are like, you're refreshing your screen. No leads, no leads, no leads, no leads. You'll hear something. No leads, no leads. Oh, it's the doorbell. No leads, no leads, no leads. You hear, you think it was a notification of a lead. It's not a lead, right? So you got to fight for what you get. Fact. Don't be mad. Don't be sad. Don't be, how come that leader? Don't be that, all right? Don't be that wiener, all right? Don't be a big wiener, okay? These people worked hard to get to that influence. They provided value. They built the organization. They did the work. You can too if you don't cry and boo-hoo about it, all right? So you are going to have to do work in a little bit different way. So leaders, okay, influencers, big hats, you're going to get a whole bunch of likes. You probably don't need to reach out to all of those likes. Little hats, you better, if someone sniffs, hey, I saw you sniffed at my video there. How you doing today? If somebody sniffs in the general direction of your live video, you should probably reach out to them. So if someone likes your video, you should treat that as a prospect and you reach out to them. See, hey, how you doing, right? Ask them how they're doing. Ask them what's going on. Hey, I appreciate you liking my video. What'd you like about it? Reach out and connect with them, okay? That little hats, big hats, you're not gonna have the time because if you follow what we teach, you're going to have so many leads, you just don't have time, all right? And so I feel complete on that, okay? All right, what else we got? I talked about this. All right, talked about this. Talked about delivering notes, talked about standing army, duplication, we'll come back to. All right-a-roo. So, contest. Here's your action step, which is also the contest. I'm not gonna hit you with, because I'm not gonna hit you with doing 2 videos in one day. So on the days where we have an action step, it's going to, on the days we have a contest, it's going to be the action step too. So your action step, very similar here, very similar, but the muscle I want to build in you, and this is the first muscle, let me think about this. Yeah, it's the first real muscle. There's the first real movement. So yesterday we covered one of the major mindset things, which was the bicycle, the marketing thongs, that kind of stuff, right? Here's where we use your actual muscle. And I want you to build the muscle of the CTA, of the call to action. This is where a lot of people struggle, but it's the most important. Why? Why is that the most important? Well, if we don't build that muscle, and I just teach you how to do great videos, right? And you're engaging, and we get engagement, and we're fun, and we wear funny hats, then you're gonna be exhausted with no results, okay? So I wanna purposely build this muscle. I want you to build that call to action muscle, because with a good call to action muscle, I like it, Sharon. She says you're just one thong away. I love it. So you build that call to action muscle. You got 20 views, you may get leads. You don't build this, you can have 1,000 views and not get leads. See the difference? So we want to build that muscle, okay? And so this is your action step, and I'm going to dive into what the contest actually is. So number 1, what are we going to do? We're going to engage. And I showed you, I know some of y'all were I spent the last 3 hours engaging. It's like, what? What are you doing? What are you talking about? I had to watch 50 videos. Like, what? Don't do that. Just drop some emojis, man. Go through stories, right? Just make it happen. Spend 5 minutes, not 45 or 3 hours, okay? So do this before you go live, okay? Go in, and I don't think there's a way that I know about who viewed it. I wouldn't go that route. I wouldn't try to market to people or reach out to people who just viewed it. I would at least limit it. Like would be the lowest form of activity on the use of them for me to consider it a prospect, all right? So engage, 5 minutes. Remember, intro, question, content, call to action. So intro, hi, my name is, that's it. Question, what is the value? We talked about value yesterday. Now, probably tomorrow, we're gonna talk about how to improve your titles to your Facebook Live, and we're gonna talk about how to improve this question. But for now, I'm not so worried about it. The contest will not evaluate your question. Not going to, okay? And so, but it's something of value. You know, it's something that you're gonna teach people. It's, how to 3 tips to lose weight, 4 tips for shinier hair, 6 tips for creamier skin, whatever, right? Whatever. And so the question is the same as the title. Use the hashtag 14-day challenge. Now, for a contest, you do need to adhere to that. I realize some of y'all got egos. I got it. You're like, I ain't using his hashtag. It doesn't have my name in it. You realize that? It's not like, put in Higdon is amazing. All right, hashtag Higdon rocks. I'm not asking you to do that. 14-day challenge, come on. I realize y'all got egos, right? I don't do no hashtag. I use my own hashtag. I got it. For the contest, use the hashtag. If it's not a contest and you don't want to do it, fine. But the title is going to be the question. Use the hashtag 14-day challenge. Give them the content, whatever the tips are, right? Call to action. This is where you are not going to sell them anything in the call to action. You're going to offer them more tips, but you're going to do it in a more compelling way. All right? So I'll get into that here in a second. You engage, do the CTA delay. All right? So here is the contest. So this starts. Let me just do the who, what, why, where, and when kind of thing. Starts today. Ends. We're going to do it. Today's Thursday. So we're going to end this Friday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. All right. So let me just cover 52 different questions right now. All right. So Ray, I'm in Kazakhstan. What's the time difference? Google it. Well, Ray, I'm in Topeka, Kansas. What's the time? Google it. Ray, I'm in. Google it. All right. Figure out the damn difference. Okay. 11 Eastern, U.S. Eastern. I'm in Florida. If that helps. Google whatever country you're in. I realize you're in Australia and today is, Tuesday or whatever it is, right? I understand that you're of a different time zone. Well, Ray, if I do it on Saturday at 2 a.m. in Australia, but it actually is Friday at 11:47 p.m., does that count? Yeah, because this is one time zone here. This is not, we're not in different dimensions. We're in one time zone. Okay, so I realize y'all got to translate this to Canadian or whatever. Okay, Google it. I promise she'll be gentle. She'll be gentle with you and tell you exactly what that looks like in your area. It's amazing. It's incredible. So starts today, ends Friday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. And guys that are on here, just watch. We will still have 50 comments of, well, what time is that in Topeka, Kansas? I'm telling you, you're going to see it. You're going to see it and you'll say, now I know why Ray says these things. All right, so we're evaluating last 2 minutes. So what if your title is, how to inject motor oil into donuts? Don't care. I don't care what your title is. I don't care what anything is. The only thing that we care about is the last 2 minutes of the Facebook Live. Now, should you think about your audience and do something that maybe they want to see? Sure, right? Sure. We are only evaluating. So you're in real. I'm going to hit you before you comment. I know someone. I feel it coming. How long does it have to be? Don't care. Could be 60 minutes. Could be 10 minutes. It's just know we're going to look at the last 2 minutes. So if your Facebook Live is 3 minutes, then we're going to look at the last 2 minutes. And the evaluation is on your call to action. So many of you think that just doing the video is good enough. And hey, that's better than not doing the video, right? But you need, especially my little hats, man, especially my little hats, you got to get better at this call to action. You got 20 viewers, I want you to have one of them reach out to you, maybe even 2. I want people to start reaching out to you, all right? So we're just looking at the last 2 minutes. We're looking at your call to action. Now, what if you get into your call to action and then you go 4 minutes long with talking about the call to action? We're just evaluating the last 2 minutes. So if we don't understand what your call to action is, then you're out of luck. You're not going to win the contest, okay? You're not going to place. All right, so we're evaluating the last 2 minutes. This is the link where you upload, where you input, I should say, not upload, input your information, okay? HigdonGroup.com/14-day contest. And you'll see that it's asking you for how to get the URL of your video. And there's a training in here that I believe Staci Hall did, on how to get the URL of a video, okay? So I know people are gonna say, how do I get that video? It's in here, there's a training in here, okay? But you upload it here, about the last 2 minutes. What else am I? So this means what you will not be gauged by is number of views, number of comments, how much engagement. We're not analyzing that, all right? We're not looking at that. So this is why it's equally powerful for big hat or little hat. Anybody can win this. It's how good are you at a call to action. And that's what we want to build, that muscle. And by the way, most of you, if this is your first time going through the challenge, most of you are going to suck. I'm telling you, I'm just letting you know. Because you're not used to that. You're not used to it, all right? So, am I forgetting anything else? I'm going to tell you the prizes here in a second. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? I don't think so. I'll think about some more. We're going to have 4 prizes, okay? So it's going to look like this. $50. Wait, did I do that wrong? Okay, $50, $100, $200, $500. So you have the potential to win $500. The top 4, you're going to win some cash. Okay. Hashtag is fine, just 14-day challenge, a standard one, but we have to have this in this format. So you can do the video whenever the hell you want. We don't care, but it has to be in here before when? 11:59 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Now, we cannot, it's impossible for us to announce the winner right away. It's impossible because we will be evaluating thousands of videos. So the winner will most likely be announced late Monday, maybe even Tuesday. All right. And so just so you're aware, there's going to be a delay. It makes no sense. How could we possibly, do it? Now, I would encourage you to upload, to input this as soon as you finish, because then we can actually get the results out faster and make it happen. All right. So I don't think I've missed anything else. If you are feeling like, oh my God, of all these people, there's no way I can come in the top 4, then you are playing to lose. You're playing to lose. You need to eradicate the why bother bone from your body. You need to eradicate it. You need to get rid of it. You need to start playing bigger. You need to start shooting for the moon even if you hit the stars, right? And so you need to step it up with your mindset, because if you're like, there's no way I can win, well, then you're right? You're right. Congrats. You get the prize. You get the you're not going to win prize, but don't do it. All right. And so, yes, one video, you have an action step. That action step is also going to be entered into the contest. And the call to action, we're looking for how good are you doing the call to action. So why should they reach out to you? Why should they reach out to you for whatever it is that you have to offer? So I want you to make whatever it is that you're offering sexy. Whatever it is, whether it's notes on hair care, skin care, weight loss, travel tips. I don't care if it has to do with your product, with your service, with your opportunity, with your company. I don't care if it has to do with any of that stuff. Because what is a call to action really going for? Conversations. Conversations. So I don't care what the call to action is for. but we do care that it's sexy. So I want to watch the last 2 minutes of your video and say, damn, I would like that thing. So it makes you think a little differently. It's how you should have been thinking since you started videos, whenever that was, but we're just working on that muscle. And believe me, by the end of the 14-day challenge, if you show up and you fight the why bother muscle, if you show up, by the end of this challenge, your call to action will be badass. You will be getting people reaching out to you. And so I hope that you crush it. I can't think of anything that I'm leaving out here, but starts today, ends Friday. You got one action step. That action step is to do a Facebook Live, following the format, do the call to action in the last 2 minutes, and upload it to here. Not upload, but input it in here. All right? So I appreciate you guys. I hope this was valuable to you. You know, we try to provide so much value in the first few days that you feel like it was worth your investment. Are we there yet? Have we made it worth your investment yet in the 14-day challenge? I hope so. If not, we're gonna keep trying, right? But I appreciate you guys. Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor, and I hope you guys crush it. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye.